Hello and welcome to tonight's CLNS Media Patriots Roundtable. I'm your host, Nick Qualley, sitting here with Mike Molyneux. No Marv is on tonight because we had to push things back this week, and Tuesday nights are tough for Marv. So, totally fine, but, you have to push back the week because Cam Newton, it tests positive for COVID, which you don't want anybody to get COVID. You don't, obviously. But the one guy you really don't want to get test positive is your star quarterback, especially when you're going up against the best team in football, arguably. So that happens. You lose Cam Newton. So now, because at that point, too, Jarrett Stidham just didn't exist. I tweeted this last night before the game, so we record this Tuesday, October 6th. I tweeted in the middle of the game, I was like, I'm convinced Jarrett Stidham doesn't exist. This guy's just a fictional character. If he is still not in this game, watching what Brian Hoyer has done to this team and to my heart during this game, there's no way Jarrett Stidham is now just a figment of all of our imaginations. He comes in the game, not great, let's be honest, not great at all. But Patriots end up losing the game 26-10. And there was a lot of issues, I guess you could say, that's putting it nicely, to be honest, with the Patriots team on Monday night. Right down to the worst. I'm not even going to talk about the botched call by the referees when they did not call that interception for the Patriots in the middle of the second. That was gross. That was pure star treatment for Patrick Mahomes. But, I mean, the epitome of last night's game was you're down 6-3. The defense is playing great against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. You're down 6-3, end of the first half. You've got a chance to tie the game. 10 seconds left in the half, just about. Brian Hoyer just needs to throw the ball out of the back of the end zone if there's nobody open. There's no timeouts left. And he takes a sack. That was the metaphor for the entire game.
Man.
And, maybe I'll read what Marv said in the text message later on in this episode. But, I mean, the question, Mike, man, it's, did the Chiefs really beat the Patriots? Or did the Patriots beat themselves? Did the Patriots beat the Patriots? What do you think?
Let me. I don't even know why I'm saying this, but I just feel like I need to. I want to apologize to Belichick and the coaching staff. I really do. Like, it might not even be my place. I don't know why, but I just feel apologetic. Because you know what? They came into this game against Kansas City, assuming Sunday Night Football, assuming they have their full team. And they put together, at least if we know
Sunday Football 425.
Oh, for Sunday afternoon, yeah, they had the plan going into this Sunday game. A solid game plan, especially defensively for sure. A solid game plan on how they plan to contain Mahomes and slow down this mighty Kansas City Chiefs offense. They put together a hell of a plan. And I'm assuming Belichick and McDaniels pretty much plan to get more of the same and some more from Cam Newton, because to play against this Kansas City Chiefs team, you're going to have to put up points. And I felt like they had a great plan going into this game. And the day before the game, you lose your quarterback because he comes down with COVID, so he's out. He's out. And now we're left with Brian Hoyer, because Lord knows what the hell happened to Stidham since training camp, pretty much.
He must have been bad in training camp. I wish we had tape about how bad he was in training camp, because it must have been putrid.
It wasn't even a hesitation for them to say, yeah, Brian Hoyer's going to start.
It wasn't even a question.
It wasn't even a question. They simply went to Brian Hoyer, which was very confusing and perplexing, but hey, whatever. They just need to get through this game, and hopefully Cam Newton's back soon. Either way, I'm talking about possibly the worst quarterback performance I've ever seen out of Brian Hoyer, a man who is a veteran in this league. Yeah, he hasn't been a starter throughout his career, but he's about, 34 years old? So he's been in the league for a reason and for a while.
He had some years when he was a starter. He won that job from Mallett. Remember, when he was on the Texans, he won the job from Ryan Mallett, who can't show up for the Plains on time.
Indianapolis for a little bit.
I don't think he was a starter there. He was a starter with Cleveland.
Okay. I think. Either way, we've just named 3 other teams just now. He's been in the league. He has experience. And then you show up to this game and played possibly the dumbest game I've ever seen out of a quarterback. The mistakes, the throws, the sack you just talked about down there in the red zone, and he sacked it, and then he stands up and tries to call timeout. Where's your game management? Where's your awareness?
One of the most that's a rookie move. That is a rookie move. And I get it, like he's not a starter usually, and he's not used to being in those games, but that is a rookie move. That's a move that you've been watching Tom Brady for years. You are essentially, when you got brought back to this team, everybody just assumed you were going to be another quarterback coach. Yeah. You know that you're supposed to be paying attention to that. The moment was just too big for him. That's all it was.
But you know what's, maybe, I don't know, he was just shocked that this all happened. I mean, everybody was shocked. Cam Newton he comes down with COVID the day before the game. Like it hit everybody quickly. But Hoyer, you're a veteran in this league. You're ready. You should be ready to step up, and you step up to have absolutely your worst performance ever, to the point where, like, he's been with the Patriots for a while, and it's not like the Patriots are going to release him and go look for him. After this season, he's out. And I'm not talking about out of New England. I don't think he'll ever throw another ball in the NFL, period. I think his career is done based off of that game Monday night. His career is over, because you can't be 34 years old and be that stupid at his quarterback. He's finished. And then you bring Stidham in, and it starts off nice. He gets that touchdown to N'Keal Harry, and you're like, all right, well, this guy has a pulse. He has a pulse.
And the Stidham fanboys lost their minds on Twitter. Lost their minds.
He threw that touchdown, and, I clapped it up for him.
Stidham fanboys on Twitter might be becoming my least favorite group on Twitter.
Oh, they still believe he's the one. They still believe he's the chosen one.
Crazy. Crazy.
But it's not like Stidham had an absolutely amazing turnaround performance compared to Hoyer, because he didn't do that much better. I mean,
5 for 13, 60 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, but one of those interceptions was not his fault.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But even if you take that interception out of the equation because it wasn't his fault, it's not like Stidham did anything to show you that, oh, he's the next guy up, or, oh, maybe he can give Cam Newton a run for. Like, the Patriots have no backup quarterback. And shout out to Marv. I want to make sure, I know you said, I'm going to make sure I put your comments in here, Marv, so that when you watch the show and everybody watch the show, they know that Marv said this. 2 things. One, like we all just been talking about, Hoyer is poop, caca, and he played like ass. Trash. That's what Marv said. And 2, which I certainly agree with, Cam Newton should be talking to his agent, figuring out how they're going to wring the most money out of the Patriots coming up very soon, because the Patriots have nobody. And it's clear to have been seen, if you watch that game, knowing the game plan and everything, if the Patriots had Cam Newton, they could have possibly shocked the world Monday night.
If they had Cam Newton, I'll say it just guaranteed. If they have Cam Newton, they win that game.
And they would have knocked off the defending Super Bowl champions. I firmly believe it.
The tone of this show, Mike, would be so different. The tone of this show would be, the Patriots are Super Bowl contenders. They're going back to the Super Bowl. They just beat the Chiefs. The defense shut Patty Mahomes down. The offense for the Chiefs only scored 18 points. That's it. So the Patriots defense really did shut down the Chiefs offense. Yes, as much as you can shut down the Chiefs offense. That's really all they could do. But the tone of this show would be totally different. It would be, the Patriots are going to the Super Bowl. Screw the Bills. Screw Josh Allen. Everybody's riding the Bills train right now. I'm still not convinced that guy is going to continue on the streak that he's on right now. I'm not convinced. Now, my biggest takeaway before we wrap up this episode, or one of my bigger takeaways, is Sonny Michel, bye-bye.
I know. The next couple of years. Not only was, I forgot his first name, but the rookie Taylor having a solid start to his career in the Patriots uniform. But Damian Harris returned. What last
17 carries, 100 yards, 5.9 average. And with that, guess who's back on IR? Sony Michel.
Appreciate the years. You're with us for one Super Bowl ring? So, enjoy it.
He was a pretty big part in that.
we appreciate your time here, but you're injury prone, and these next guys are ready to step up, and they're hungry. So it's not looking good for him.
That made me excited though. Damian Harris looked good. He's got some burst. He actually has some speed, which is, watching Sony Michel, which is a little shocking because Sony Michel's got absolutely no breakaway speed. That guy could be 40 yards ahead of the next defender, and they're still catching him before he reaches the end zone. Damian Harris actually looked to have some speed. And again, Sony is back on the IR. That's it. He can't go. How many times can this guy be injured and you're just going to accept it?
He's the odd man out because James White, he's back with the team. Burkhead, who I think is having a hell of a year so far.
Burkhead looks solid.
Damian Harris and the rookie Taylor, it's just crowded back there. And with Sony Michel back on IR, it's just somebody has to be an odd man out.
So to sum up this episode, I'm not going to totally take away from the Chiefs. I'm not going to say the Patriots fully beat themselves rather than the Chiefs beating them. But more so, if you're going to scale it out, more so the Patriots beat themselves. Because if they have a competent quarterback, I'm not even saying a Cam Newton level quarterback. I'm saying a competent quarterback.
Yeah.
They have somebody who can throw the football and be serviceable. They win that football game.
Yeah. The Patriots lost because they did not have a quarterback. I think that's really, really what it boils down to.